All right, welcome back to the City of Palms podcast, everybody. This is episode 6, and this is a little bit of a different episode. This is the first guest that we have that is not a friend of Danny or me. His name is Lil Surp. He's a skateboarder. He's a rapper. He's doing some cool things on the internet. That's how we linked up with him. Let's start it off. Just a little bit about yourself.
Normal kid from Eustis, a small ass town, bro. My bad. It's just like from people who don't know it. Like, let's say if we go like out of state or something, and they're like, "Where are you from?" I'll be like, "All right, you ever heard of the Orlando Magic?" Like, yeah. I'm like, okay, that city, like an hour north. That's where we're from. Like,
nice.
It's super small, but in the skate community, like in Central Florida, we'll like reference like Leesburg or stuff like that. But for like out of towners who don't know, just be like, yeah, we're from Orlando, but like an hour away from Orlando. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm like, no, you don't, bro. Like,
yeah, that's the best way to put it. I lived in Pennsylvania for a while, and it was a weird town. So I tell everyone just an hour away from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
No bullshit. I went to the first time I ever left the state of Florida was 2016, and we actually went to Pennsylvania. We were in York, Pennsylvania, though.
Nice.
You like it up there?
I liked where I was living. I liked my situation, but yeah, it was kind of weird.
It's way different from here because of how the houses are set up. Like, everything looks like stores. Mm-hmm. And here, it's like you got houses with grass, and then you go to the city and there's stores. But there, it's like the houses look like stores and the stores look like houses.
Yeah, it's a little different, man. How old are you?
23.
Nice. Same here. You got anything you want to add for this little intro, Danny?
Yeah.
Some basic questions?
Yeah, some shit we covered. So you said you're from Eustis?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, hell yeah. So you went to school around there?
Mm-hmm. All Eustis schools. Eustis Heights Elementary, Eustis Middle, and then Eustis High School.
Alright. When did you start skating?
Dang. It was probably around the time I met you, fool, key,
Like fourth, fifth grade.
Yeah, I'd probably say this was like 2005 plus 5. Like, maybe like 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there for sure. At least that's when I took it serious, but like,
I feel you.
I don't know, like, you remember the Easter baskets that had like the Walmart boards and stuff in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got onto it. So like, I got an Easter basket for like Easter or something like that. Just had the board. I was doing like Casper flips and stuff. Like, I had no idea, nothing. I moved near him. It's like Seminole Avenue where we're from. I met this one kid and he taught me how to skate. Never let it go since then. Never let it go since then.
Yeah, that's crazy. I first saw you at Skatepark in Tampa, probably like,
hell yeah.
I don't even know. It was probably like, when would you say we went? Was that like a year and a half ago?
I was still living in Pennsylvania, so it was before my knee injury, so that was like 3 years ago. No. 2 year and a half. Because halfway through my time in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and I remember you pulled up and you just started shredding, and I just see this kid, and I'm watching, I'm like, oh my god.
That's usually like, not even gonna lie to you, when we like, back at home it's kind of normal, but like when I go out of town, that's kind of like the motive, so to speak, on like some, because I'm not from there. So it's like when we go out of town, I want to make sure that like, okay, like we can, if I see people skating good, I'm going over and mingling with them, and I'm trying like stuff as equal to what they're doing, just to like, all right, cool. So who's this kid? Where's he from? So when we come back again, it's just like, oh, you're such and such. Like, just like gain a rapport with the skaters.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'll do that. Like, no matter where it's at, if we go to Lakeland, Daytona, like anywhere, I kind of just do that on purpose. Like, let me get my biggest tricks out. Like, they're watching, but I won't say that they're watching. Like, I'll just like, and then my homies be, yo, you know that they were like going wild for them. Like, yeah, you know, that was kind of the point. Like. That's kind of what I was doing it for.
I feel you. That's sick. Yeah, and then music. You're really talented with music too. I like
definitely appreciate.
I like your whole approach with music too. Just the whole like, I don't know, feel you have your visuals and stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know.
And I try to, cause like where I'm from, and like in the music part of this thing, there's almost like a Florida image. You know what I mean? Like dudes are like wigs and gold teeth and So it's like, I want to change that. Like, I'm from here. Like, I'm pretty sure birth certificates, everything say Florida, but I wanted to like change the way of that, because I'm not the average like person. Like, I'm a skateboarder. I'm a black skateboarder at that. Like, so just already it's like, oh, okay, this kid's different. And then you hear the music and it's like, so we can't even tell where this kid's from based off the music that he makes, like it's good, and we can't put a label on it or nothing. So that's my whole approach with that. Just trying to be different, but not so different that it looks weird. You know what I mean? Like put on dresses or some shit like that. Like you don't want to be that different. It's more like, okay, we can look at him and listen to him, and there's no one that we can compare him to. Nobody. Yeah. That's my biggest thing is comparisons. Hate it so much.
I say you're doing a good job with that too.
I appreciate it. I really try. Like when I listen to it, because I was telling him on the car ride here, like he was like, "So why were you up so late last night?" I was like, "I was just listening to my music from the first song to the most recent one." And I'm like, I can't. Me personally, I can't like see who it is that I could sound like if you could put a name on it. Like it's probably nobody. I would say that's my biggest gift though, is that like I can't be compared. I hold that like a child almost.
That's
like,
sick.
It's.
Awesome.
I'm thankful for it for sure.
Hell yeah! You got anything you want?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. Did you start skateboarding before you got into music, or was it kind of like you've always been into music?
Dang, that's a tough one because it's alright. Because they both happened in middle school, but like I was one of those kids that were. Like the battler at lunch type of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would just be doing that at lunch before we even like knew like what making music really was, and skateboarding at the same time. But I would say I took skating more serious before I took music serious.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would say that, yeah. That probably 9-year difference.
Yeah, and I've been thinking, I really dig all these people in the skate industry that are like have other passions, but especially the people that are in the music scene too, you know? Like there's like Terry Kennedy and what he does. Kevin Romar has been touring with Hobson. And are there any like inspirations, anyone you look towards as like, hell yeah, dude, that dude is killing it. I want to be like that guy.
As far as like skaters that make music, like there's some that I just looked up to for like what it was at the time, like Terry Kennedy and the Baker 3 era and the Baker Has a Death Wish. Like that was before I was making music. So I'm just looking at like, yo, this thing is like 2 full parts and both parts are his songs.
That's dope.
Nobody's batting an eye. Then you see him on TV with Pharrell and it's like, all right, cool. So I would say he sticks out. Romar is cool because he's a DJ. Yeah. Like that's kind of cool. Like you DJ. So it's like, I like tip my hat to anyone who skates that like does other stuff, because in like this culture, it's almost like, all right, dude, if you're not skating, we don't really care what you're doing. Like, and it kind of sucks, but you gotta like power through it, and then it'll break through. Like, oh, okay, so he's good at both. But if you just do just like skate clips for a year straight, and it's like, hey guys, I paint, like. Painting's cool, but we're trying to see kickflip back lips.
Right?
Like, come on, bro.
Like, Jeremy Rogers got a ton of hate because he, like, quote-unquote, retired from skating to be a rapper, and all his fans were like, what the hell, man? Like, we loved your skating.
That's one person that just should have just stuck there. That's all. That's like, if Nigel Houston came out like a mixtape or something, like, you know how bad that would shake things? Like,
especially if he stopped skating. Like, Jeremy Rogers said, I'm not going to skate anymore, I'm just going to rap. You should... And
then he came right back when he seen, like, all right, so nobody's playing the music, like, let's see. And now, like, nobody even looks at J. Rod as, like, a skateboarder. He's just there at this point. He's like, oh, well, you were good then, but it's like, draw the ball. Yeah,
you got to take the right approach to it, because, like, with him, he, in, like, the girl, like, yeah, right, that was his big part, his yeah, right part. And he... was like super standout. Like he was the little kid that was like killing it. Yeah. And then, it seems like now no one, like you said, no one really like talks about him. No one really looks at him. And he's still around. He still does music and skating and stuff. But like, I think the way he went about it might have been a little bit
totally different against him. And totally different. Like for sure.
And then what about like inversely? You have any like, because there's people in the music world who skate and like outspoken skateboarders. And is there anyone in that field that you look towards as like, inspiration?
Musicians themselves or ones that can also ride?
Skaters that claim to be skateboarders and are actually talented at it. Because a lot of people like ride a skateboard, but like, there's a couple dudes out there.
None of them, because it's like, how do I explain it? It like I wouldn't say the term culture vulture, but like what we do is something that's like, this is serious. Like, there's a lot of, like, hurt and all kind of stuff that comes with this, a lot of mind power and everything. So when I see someone that's a rapper that's just like, hey, I want to ride a skateboard, and like you got on Janowskis and skinnies, so now you feel like you're a part of the culture. It's like, no, bro. Like,
I feel the same way. Like, what about, because I know Lil Wayne got a lot of hate because he's been skating for a while and he's not really like, but like my thing is, I think like you can tell when people are really in it for the love, and when they're just like trying to just scoop
to be
up that.
cool.
Yeah, just to be cool.
Yeah, and that's what I hated about the Wayne thing, because it's like, I seriously do this. Like, under my shirt, there's like skateboarding tattoos. Like, I seriously do this. So when you're like, oh, you want to be the next Lil Wayne, it's like, Lil Wayne wants to fucking be like us. Like,
that's right, yeah. He digs us. He's trying to get into what we do.
He wants to be like us. So it's like, when I hear that kind of stuff, it's like, it kills it. Or when like I'm on Instagram and I see fucking like videos of Bieber like ollieing down threes and it's on Skate Crunch Mag and the Bears, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, you don't like if you make fun of it, cool, but like by making fun of something, you give it light, so more people see it, and it's just like, come on, bro, like that's not what I want to be attached to a sport that's like super cutthroat.
Yeah. How do you feel about Hobson? Because he's someone, I feel like he's about it.
Not gonna lie, him and Yellow Wolf are cool.
Hell yeah.
They're cool. Like, him and Yellow Wolf are cool. Because I've seen Hobson play skate with people, and I'm just like, alright, like, he can skate. And I've seen Yellow Wolf crack hard flips and stuff like that, so I'm like, y'all are cool. But, like, the Lil Waynes and the Biebers and all, it's like, I mean, he built a skate park, and, like, he was at, I don't know if you ever heard of Midtown in Orlando?
Yeah, I used to skate there.
Yeah, he was there and all kind of stuff, so it was like, you kind of, like, I can't say that I don't respect it, but it's like, don't just be like, this is what you do, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you gotta earn the stripes.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why, like, with Hobson and those other dudes, there are some dudes out there that they, especially when they rap about skateboarding, it seems like they really understand that this is, like, a culture and a lifestyle, and you can't just, like, put it on, like, a fashion trend, you know?
Exactly, and that's one thing that I hate, too, is, like, I'll see a bunch of people, and they'll wear certain things, and I'm just like, bro, I bet he doesn't even, like, there's this thing on the barracks, and, Tony Hawk, he'll just like drive around. He's like, hey, do a kickflip. And they're like, hey, you want me to hunt? I'm like, wow, you have on these clothes and you don't even know who this man is.
Yeah.
And then he's like, do a kickflip. You can't even do it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I feel that way about like the whole like Thrasher is a trend right now. Where like I'll have people come in my store and they're wearing Thrasher, and I don't really care. Like I see it as they're buying stuff that's supporting the skate industry.
Yeah.
And even though they're doing it, like they're kind of lame for just like scooping it up for the like trend or whatever.
Because of it, like it being cool. Like the one thing that like blew me completely is when I found out like knockoff Thrasher is a real thing.
Oh my god!
I'm like, what? Like, you know how? Like, I got a gift a while ago. Like, I'm not gonna mention the person's name or nothing, but they gave me a gift, and I like looked at the tag, and it didn't have the logo with the thing or whatever, and so I'm like, and they're like, yeah, I got you a Thrasher hoodie for like $20. I'm like, no fucking way. So then I look, I'm like, I just Googled it because this is too good to be true. I'm like, Thrasher hoodie for $20. Boom. They were just like knockoff Thrasher hoodies. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is really a thing. Like,
damn.
I don't know where, but that's the thing that kills it, because it's like you want something to be known and respected, but then when certain people see it, they take it and do completely other things with it that just like will kill the whole sport, dude. Like,
yeah, as long as there's those of us with actual Thrasher tattoos and stuff, like, we know what it's about.
That's what I'm saying. We'll weed out the ones who are just there because like, oh, I'm on Twitter and dang, I seen this new Thrasher thing. Let me put that on with like my no.
Yeah, and I think Dustin Dolan said it in his 9 Club interview. He said, there's all these people here right now that are like in it for the money, all these big companies, because skateboarding is like popular right now, and like all these brands that are trying to get in on the cash. And he's like, yeah, but we're the ones that are going to be here once they're gone. You know?
Of course.
So like, that's why we always try to like support local and like.
Of course,
stuff
for
like
sure. And there's people who like don't like Nike because of the fact that they have like all the money. So it's like, I mean, it's bittersweet because Nike is like a sports brand, and we are like a legitimate sport, so you can't get mad at them for that. But at the same time, it's like I get companies like DC and Supra and like companies that should come back like Fallen and stuff like that, because you got people like Nike that are just offering contracts for millions.
Yeah,
like, you can't beat an established like. This is Nike. Like, we got like LeBron James and stuff like that works for Nike. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Yeah. And it's complicated because I've been divided throughout my whole, like, the past, like, you know, like 5 or 10 years about this whole thing, because on the one hand, you've got these big companies that are like, making Fallen, S, like all these brands that we grew up with go out of business because of what Nike can do, which sucks. But at the same time, Nike, they make great products. They are able to pay skateboarders what they deserve because we're freaking athletes, and we like
you can die behind
like with Red Bull pays crazy amounts of money for those skaters' contracts.
They have a lot of athletes though.
Yeah, and who was it? Felipe Gustavo. He told a story about tearing his knee. And that's like a really, really big deal. And Red Bull was able to pay for like all of it, give him physical therapy, give him trainers. So now he's like back and better than ever because if he was on a little company, like, you know, one of these little brands.
Like, damn, well, like, let us know when you get back.
If he was on Crooked or something, they'd just be like, oh man, let me write you a letter. Like, and that's not against them. They would help if they had the money, but they just don't have the money.
Yeah, you can't. And exactly. Nike's like a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if anything, like, yo, man, my house burned down, I can't make Street League. All right, cool. We got an Airbnb set up. This is the flight. Like, you're gonna make the contest. A lot of companies can't do that. Like,
and with all that money becomes more things like Street League, skateboarding being in the Olympics, like all this big stuff, bringing attention to the sport. So there's going to be more people buying stuff. There's going to be more business to the brands. And then if these small brands are really smart about how they do business, like there's some like S and some of these smaller like skate brands are doing the right thing, like taking the approach to social media and like really trying to brand themselves well so that they do succeed and they don't fall out from these big companies.
Now, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about skateboarding being in the Olympics?
All right, this is a question we're going to get into.
I want to hear your answer before I say
okay, I have this question planned for a lot of our guests. First of all, Danny, what do you think? Before I start, what do you think? You got any strong opinions?
First.
I think, shit. Fuck, I don't want to be the first one.
It's complicated, so no wrong answers.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think it's cool, but on another hand, do we really need this? You know what I mean? We're thugs, you know what I mean? We're rats, like we're in the streets getting hurt. Yeah, underground. Like, so why are we about to like mainstream the fuck out of this? I don't know. I want to support it because at the same time it's like, this is cool. Yeah, shine light on what we're doing, but I don't know. That's my whole thing.
See, here's what I gotta say. I'll say that whenever skateboarding is in the Olympics and we got our U.S. team and all the countries got their teams, it's gonna be lame. There's gonna be things about it that are gonna be lame, you know? Yeah. Just like with Street League, there are certain things that are like kind of cringy with like how the fans go about things and how they root for their skaters, and it's like, he's the best because he always wins. And it's like, no, but do you see Tommy Sandoval just front side flip out of the arena? Like, they don't understand. It's like, that only got a score of 7. They don't understand the like what went into that.
Can you front side flip that high first try?
And the style, like, it's not just about the trick, it's about the dude and the style and all that. But with the Olympics, I think it will be lame. There's going to be a lot of lame things about it, especially drug testing is something I've thought about.
Oh, really? They're going to do that?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's lame as hell.
I heard it already happened. I don't want to, like, name any wrong contests or whatever, so I won't name any names, but I heard of a contest. I think they were talking about it in the 9 Club, where there was a dude who was killing it, winning all the things, and he was going to, like, the finals, and he ended up getting suspended, and he wasn't able to compete because he didn't pass a drug test. And it's like,
that is lame.
And it's not like hardcore drugs. I'm just talking like weed and stuff. And a lot of these skaters, that's like what they do.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a part of like,
it might change. It might change because of like just how things are going with the laws in all these states and the country and stuff when it comes to weed and all that. But as of right now, I feel like you see how much shit Michael Phelps got into when he
came back and was running the gold up. Then he came back like, so what?
Yeah, but now I'm wondering, like, out of the people who they've chosen to be like on the U.S. team or on whatever these countries' teams, like how many of them are like, you know, there's going to be the Nijas that he's going to get clean long enough to where he could compete and he's probably going to kill it. But like, so I support it as far as like it being a monumental thing for skateboarding and for people to like recognize skateboarding as a true like athletic activity, but at the same time, there's gonna be some lame stuff about it.
I would say that.
Yeah, what do you guys?
Because he can attest to this. Like, I love things when they're underground. The moment that they hit mainstream, it just turns me completely off. Like, I don't know what it's just like my favorite rappers or something. I can listen to them every single day, and the moment that I see like they charted Billboard, like for instance, 21 Savage is like my favorite rapper. So before he like blew up, I was at his concerts. I got to open up for him, all kind of stuff. And then like once he'll come out with like a bank account or something, it's like, yo, you heard Bank Account by 21 Savage? It's my favorite song. I'm like, oh, I can tell that you're one of those like radio people, or like you wait for like the masses to decide. And then it's like by then, like they make it lame. To where it's like, I'm going to still listen to it, but I'm going to listen to it from like over here. And I'm not going to say nothing until like you're on to the next guy. And it's like, but wait, I thought you guys were, oh no, it was just because it was popular. So that's how I feel about like the Olympics thing. Like it'll kill it because too many people will see it. And it's like, it won't be the same. Like things are a lot better when they're underground because you like appreciate it more because it's like this close, you can touch it. But it's like the Olympics. So it's like, what are we gonna put skating in colleges now? Or
skateboarding class.
Like, how do you try out for the Olympics? I know some guys like in the state of Florida right now who can compete in that Olympics like contest. So it's like, how do you decide? Like, how do you even sign up for that? You know what I mean? Like,
I was wondering that too. I don't know how they decided. Like, because I saw the list of people who are like contenders for the Olympic team for the U.S. and some of the names on there. I'm like, how'd they decide? I don't know. Maybe it's like contest wins throughout their year or something. But like, there's so many skaters who don't. It's gonna make the Olympics just like all these powerhouse contest skaters like Nyjah and Jocelyn and all.
And America's gonna win like 1,000 times. Like the Chinese guys and the Brazilians, they're really good, but like it's here.
Skateboarding is here. Yeah,
like that's almost like trying to beat the NBA. Like here, like we have all the best. Like how you gonna really do that? Like.
Yeah.
Where do you sign up too? I want to try. Like,
for real.
Like, I gotta go over
those Japanese skaters though.
There's some other countries
crazy. They do a lot of viral stuff, but it's just like in a contest setting though. Like, could you really hang with people who do this? Like, there's street skaters that are just street. There's contests. There's a mix, and then there's just people who do like Casper flip, double flip, like stuff like that. So it's just like that's cool to see, but in a competition where like, all right, you got a minute to do the best things first try. It's like, are you really gonna sit here and like do Casper flips all the time and stuff like that? Like,
yeah, with popularity comes posers, so it'll be
seriously,
interesting
bro.
to see what these next couple years are like for skateboarding.
That's what I'm saying. It's we'll see. I'm gonna stay true to the sport, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, you had said you opened up with 21 Savage. I saw that.
Yes.
I saw that on your story. Like sometimes, bro. Yeah. How was that, dude?
Were you even there, bro?
Nah, I was in school.
He was in my brother missed it, bro. It was the crazy. Like, all right. So my birthday is September 1st, and I was with a big homie of mine, and we were just sitting there talking because we had started a label at the time, so we were just like bouncing ideas left and right. And it's so crazy that I opened up for 21 for my 21st birthday.
Wow.
And we were just sitting there downstairs. We were like listening to beats or something, just like smoking and chilling. And he was like, so 21 Savage will be here on the 5th. It was like a Memorial Day or something. I was like, word, my birthday's the 1st. He's like, oh, okay, well, so I'm not going to make no promises or nothing, but I'll see if I can pull some strings. Literally hit my phone the next day, like, hey, email me that song. Because we're opening up for 21 Savage this weekend. I'm losing it. Like, what? Like, and there was so many people from my hometown there. Like, I didn't know until, like, years later. I'd just be chilling with little females and stuff. Like, yo, we were in the crowd. But then I'm like, what? Like, it was really crazy, bro. Because it was, like, I think that's why I, like, connect with him so much. Because it's, like, I went, like, that same year, maybe like 9 months prior, and this was before I started making music when I had first seen him. He just had a watch. That was it. And then the next time I see him, I do music, so I level up and get to open up for him, and now he's got chains and 30,000 and hundreds and stuff, so it's I go see you, and you're at a level, and I don't exist. And then the next time I see you, I'm starting to gain a level, and you're like, you just went platinum. So it was like, it's crazy. Like, I'll forever, like, I wouldn't sign, but if he came to me like, yo, listen, I got a proposition, it's like, yo, bro, this nigga Savage is talking like, like, what are we gonna do? But that was definitely a milestone. And I was only making music for 6 months or something like that when that happened. So it's just like, for that to happen that fast, bro, it was like, I was on a hiatus. Yeah, I was on a hiatus. I'm like, ain't nobody from, like, I'm big dog status. Like,
one of my teammates actually recorded him on stage.
Yeah, that was gnarly, bro.
I knew him.
Listen, I'm at, like, this was after the concert. Like, he was in school, so he was down here. The concert was, like, way in Orlando, and he sent me a screenshot. I'm like, bro, you weren't even there. It's like, yo, my teammate was there, and he's showing, like, no way. He's like, that's sick, bro. And he sent me the video. I'm like, yeah, mom, we finna blow up. Like, like, we're definitely finna blow up. Like, it was so cool, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'll have, like, a night greater than that. But as far as, like, right now, standing on tables and VIP, I'm looking at the top of security's head. He's looking at me. It ain't nothing you can do. We paid for this section, you know what I mean? So we're just, like, having fun. Like, it was really
That's
cool.
awesome.
Like, it was a great experience. I wish that I could, like, take my eyes out and, like, put them, like, in a projector so people can see what I saw. Like, it was crazy.
That sounds
nice.
right.
Yeah, it was definitely crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds fucking sick. And then another thing I wanted to get into as well, I had seen this, I don't know when, I'm bad with fucking timelines, but
yeah, me too.
you had been approached with a deal, and it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $25,000, and this dude wanted like 75% of your earnings or something like that.
Like, and the crazy thing about that is, like, people, like, this guy with, like, what I do, I look towards him for, like, anything involving a dollar sign, because he's, like, super business savvy. Like, it's amazing, like, some of the stuff that he'll think about that I wouldn't even know that you could do.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, what do you think about this, that, and third? And he was like, bro, $25,000 for people who are, like, starting to get out into the world, like, it's gone like that. Like, now that I pay for stuff, I know that, bro, like, eating is damn near like $10, and before you know it, like, you eat like twice a day, there's $20, and you got gas, there's another $20. That's $40 gone that fast. Yeah. So it's like $25K. I'll be gone quick, especially how, like, we operate. Like, we like to cut up like 25. All right, bro, book a couple of flights, get the Airbnb. We're gonna do it's like stuff like that. So I'm just like, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. No, I remember seeing it. You had done a poll, like, yes, and I was like, you can only click it once. I was like, no, but dude, if I could click it a million times.
And a lot of people were telling me, like, bro, like, just think about it. If you get, like, offered that at such an early stage, like, your ideas haven't even begun to completely be out there. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what you don't want to do is take this, come up with this killer idea, and then boom, you blow up. But you only got 25% and 25,000, so it's like, now you're basically doing this for them. Yeah. So it's like, nah, I'd rather take the chances out here and just, like, know that it may take longer, but the return will be a lot more sweet because it's 100% us. And then we can divide it between the family. Not like, all right, they got this big percentage, now we got to come back here to the family and, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, divide it up, and then it's like, damn, like, we did all of this for pennies? Yeah. Like, no, I'd much rather be with this man, like, up until, like, 2, 3 in the morning pressing shirts, and then we go sell them, and okay, we both, it's 100%. You help me, like, with the shirt, so here go your half, and then, like, that's how we do it. I'd much rather do that than let somebody just, like, give me in advance, and then you take what's in here. Yeah. Like, you didn't make any of that. Like, I made it, and you just bought the rights. Like, I don't think that that's fair at all. So no. It'd have to be at least, I don't know what it would do for me to sign. Like, it wouldn't be about the money for me. Like, it would more so be, like, leverage. Because you see a lot of people that, like, they can't put stuff out when they want to. And it's like, that's my biggest thing. Like, I would hate to have this song and I post a snippet and people are like, yeah, we want it now. And I'm like, so can I do it? And they're like, nah, not yet. Not until we say so. It's like, what? Like, I moved from my parents, so I ain't got rules. And now I come to you guys and I have, like, law-abiding rules. Like, nah, it just didn't seem fit for me.
Yeah, no, I think, no, that's cool. Mm-mm. So you're now labeled like an independent artist? Oh, yeah. You're trying to grind out. For sure.
Like, until like, the right situation comes. Like, I'm not one of those guys that's like, nah, we're going straight independent. We ain't because, like, you can only do so much on your own. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if someone asked you to build a house right now, we'll give you all the tools and everything. You probably could do it on your own, but it would take you your whole lifetime, as opposed to like, hey, bro, listen. They want me to build this house. Let's do this together and we'll get this done. Like, so eventually I would do that. But for right now, where I'm at right now, like, I want to build it on my own and then come to them. So, like, this is what I can do for myself. How can you help me? And what am I allowed to do without having to run it through you? That's like my main thing. Money comes and goes. Like, we know how to get it if we really need it. It's like, what can you do for me without, like, restricting me to, like, these stupid restraints, really? That's my whole thing.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Yeah. It's getting fucking hot in here, dude. This shit sucks. My bad, dude.
Yeah, we had the AC pumping, but it only does so much.
Yeah.
We're from Florida. We're used to the kitchen.
True that. I wanted to add one more thing.
You want to do a quick ad break? You got any local places you want to shout out? Or do you guys have any like locally owned like businesses or restaurants in your area you want to shout out?
Put the plugs in, baby. Let them know. What you got, G?
I ain't got nothing, man.
My man, it's just me, really. Like, that's really just pushing myself at this time.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's really it.
Do you want to throw your ad in there?
Yeah, I'll just also mention, it's not going to be going on for much longer now that we got this rolling, but if you are listening to this and you're into skateboarding and you like some customization in your grip tape, hit me up on any social media platform, let me know that you're a listener, and I'll give you 50% off any grip tape or canvas art. Just hit me up. It's still going on. And then a local legend I want to shout out is Senor Taco in Bonita Springs. It's a locally owned, authentic Mexican restaurant. They've got the best stuff ever, great prices. Just want to shout that out in case you're in that area.
I go there. Fuck the
I'm telling you, it's fire.
But are the tacos made by like
Yep,
real
they
Mexicans?
speak Spanish. Yep.
All right, cool.
Don't
'Cause
speak much English.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Like, if I'm buying tacos, I want like a damn near an illegal immigrant to make.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, that's just like that's like a regular American making like African food or something. Like, bro, you don't know nothing about. Like, I want somebody who don't speak English, like, to make my, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of how I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I definitely agree. So the activist.
That's the brand. That's what I live. Yo, I was listening to my music last night because I'm on my 3rd year now, and it was like way before I even brought that to the forefront. I was just saying that. So you know how like when you like, for instance, I don't know if either of you. Well, yeah, you have tattoos. I don't know if you have tattoos, but like, when you get a tattoo, you kind of just see it so much that you get it. It's not so like, fuck, I got a tattoo appointment tomorrow. Let's think on what we want. You just kind of see it. Like, that's the thing with that. Like, it just kind of came from me so much. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is going to be our NWA or our Taylor Gang or our, like, things like that. That's how I look at that.
Fuck yeah, that's sick.
That's how I look at that. Yeah, that's...
So you have, I see you have like merch and shit like that for that, right?
Yeah, me and my man right here.
Is that one of them?
Yeah, this is because I got like.
I was gonna mention.
I got this, so this is kind of like something that's like.
Is that Lord of the Rings, or is that something else?
Nah.
Because I was wondering. Because I got Lord of the Rings.
So the dude, I just like had the idea while I was with him. I'm like, okay, the normal shirts just say the activist. Let's just do something that's like different and like not too far from the brand. So then we just came with just a sword on the pocket. Like,
is there anything on the back?
No. Honestly, there's not. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about that, like just new ideas and stuff. But it's between like him trying to get his independent entrepreneur businesses up and me trying to figure out the next move. It's just like, all right, like it's in the air, but like when we get to sit down, like, okay, bro, we're just gonna do just this. Like, we'll come up with something that. Sell off the show.
That's exciting.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any of those shirts in your trunk?
I
cop one.
don't, bro.
Dude, I would cop one.
I'm gonna have to get one.
Hey,
Damn, bro.
We can send them to you though.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. Yeah,
you
no
were saying
doubt.
something about the grip or the canvas. Yeah, we're gonna talk after this, bro. Because if you can, I need one of. Yeah, we're gonna.
I got a bunch of stuff you can look
We're
at.
definitely gonna. talk
And you'll get
after
a proper
this.
shout out at the end. You can shout out all this stuff, and so people can check it
Oh,
out.
for sure. I got this. Yeah, you do this canvas art. I need something.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk because those shirts are sick, dude.
Yeah, we can easily make that happen. Me and my man here run that operation of the group, so shoot, we can definitely make that work.
You got any more music questions? I got one.
Nah, yeah, you can.
All right, so your project's Haunted House.
Yes.
Because we were saying, like he was saying at the beginning, we really like how you have you've got like a look and like a vision for your projects, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's how you should do it to really like build yourself as like a brand and as an artist. But with the theme and the haunted house and the cover art of Jason and all that stuff, are you super into horror? Or was that just kind of like
it's
what you
a slippery slope because it's like Jason, that's my man. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is about like him. It's just like, even if I changed it now, but like on my SoundCloud for the longest, like my profile picture was just him. Like, I don't know what it is about him, but it's just like the first haunted house was we recorded that one with Cutting. So that one was just like, it wasn't my first mixtape, but it was my first mixtape with like kind of pushing. So like the cover art was, I just hit up like someone I know named Mo, and I'm just like, all right, let me just get a haunted house. So boom, I got that one. And then the second one, I was like, okay, I'm in control of it this time, so what do I want? And like I was telling you about, like when you just see certain things, like they just happen, you don't really think about it. Mm-hmm. I seen the cover art with Jason behind the house, so I'm like, okay, cool. So then by the third one, I'm just like, okay, so we're just gonna be like, let's do something simple, but like it catches. So that's where I got the 3 from. Yeah. And I like sat in my bed and I just kind of was like playing on an app or whatever the case may be, and I just came up with that one. So I love that series. It sucks that it like came to an end last year, but you know, like
you making a 4th one?
If I do make a 4th one, it'll be like album type. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah, I would look forward to it because I'm a huge horror fan. I just seeing that aesthetic and like the sound of the stuff, like I really dig it.
Who's your favorite dude?
I'm not. My favorite movies aren't like those slasher types, but my favorite like horror icon would probably be probably Pennywise from It.
For real?
Yeah.
What? That's crazy. Penny goes after the kids.
Yeah, no, it's a creepy ass story.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I guess he'd be my favorite.
Jason will take Penny out though.
For sure.
Easy,
for sure.
I was with my girl the other day and we were watching like Freddy vs. Jason.
So were we. We watched it like a week ago.
It was on. Y'all watching on Netflix. So look, there was this part in it that I never caught when I was younger, and Jason's mom was like, you have the ability to not die. Oh, okay, cool. Like, we can get into anything. Like, it's like, yeah, that's my man. I want to get a tattoo of, like, the hockey mask, like, on my stomach. I'm just waiting for the right time, but it's definitely going to happen.
That'd be sick.
For sure. Yeah. Definitely going to happen.
Oh,
yeah. Alrighty, yeah, I got, like, I love so many horror movies, it's hard to, like, pick a favorite, like, I just like I love Stephen King so much, that's why, like, It, as a book and as a movie, and the adaptation they made recently, like, I just love the whole story. So
I seen the new It movie with my ex-girlfriend, bro, but I was like, it was weird, because I was in there kind of sleeping, and then I just wake up and see something, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, missed something in the movie, and then it's like, casually, it's not out, and like, oh, they're at the end where they saved the one dude. I'm just, oh, okay, cool. Like, so I seen the movie. It's like, no, bro. Like, you were in here kind of asleep. My bad. I don't really go to the movies like that. Like, we do other stuff. So
yeah, I like the slashers though. The slashers are really fun. I like with Freddy and Jason. They made it like, because slashing movies are kind of silly, you know. Yeah. So like,
because you gotta know what to expect. Like, oh, this bitch just tripped on a tree branch.
Yeah, you can't take it seriously. With that movie, it seems like they doubled down. Like, yeah, this is silly as fuck. Let's make some jokes. Let's make
I was asking the girl that I was with. I was like, okay, so who do you think won? Because you see Jason walk out the water, but like he's got Freddy's head and Freddy winks. So it's like, who really won? Like, they probably make a good amount if they did a number 2 and somebody
That's what we were
actually
saying.
wins. Like, we gotta hit them up about that, but we need at least like 75%, 25%.
For sure, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way that's gonna work. But I asked her that, I was like, who do you think won? She's like, I don't really know. I was like, oh, okay. Not asking you that no more. Like, at all. This is cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Who are some of your favorite skaters? Like, just who are some of the people you look up to, just for athletic inspiration?
See, it used to be like Antoine Dixon was always my number one. Like, I've been trailing him since Baker 3. Baker Has a Death Wish. Then when he did the Vice documentaries and all that kind of stuff. Then he went to jail. Like, I was there, so I would say him, but the way the Instagram's set up now, bro, like, I see, you know who Yudo Origami is?
Yep.
Disgusting, right? Like,
oh my gosh. He does tricks I've never seen anyone
and he's from, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, the foreigners are good, but, like, they can't fuck with us. But Yudo is nice. Like, he's really, really good.
And it's crazy you see, because it seems like when I was growing up, it was like, you're either a street skater and you got that like street style handrails, stairs, and like flat ground, or you're a vert skater and you just fuck with training heavy. And like you could tell if someone was skating street and they're a training skater, or someone's skating training in the street, you could tell. Like with me, I'm always trying to like pop to the cope and like do back disasters when like if you know tranny, you know you gotta like smooth into that. But nowadays there's people like Zion, there's people like Grant Taylor, there's people like Yudo who can like they can skate straight up vert. You know, and Zion, I think, is actually in the Olympics in the park like in the tranny section, which is crazy because like he kills it everywhere. But like they nominate him for the park. You know, what I'm saying?
Like he's cool. I'd say another one that I looked up to a lot was a shot aware.
Dude, that's the
just
guy.
because like he'll literally like tear down street and then you throw him in a mini ramp and he's a fool. Like,
yeah, he can pop those backside airs.
Yeah, he's another one.
Plus, he's just a chill ass dude. He just seems like a cool
he's cool.
guy.
You know, I've never been to Tampa Pro, bro.
Neither have I.
Oh, really?
Never,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So then it's not like, because all of my older homies are like, yeah, we're going to Tampa Pro on the 13th. We got a booth. I'm like, yeah, I want to go. And I check my work schedule. I'm like, bro, I'm going to quit. Like,
yeah, dude.
It's like ridiculous.
There's a lot of dudes around here that just squat up and go up there for the weekend, and I've just never gone yet.
How far is Tampa from here?
It's only like 2 hours.
Oh, okay, so we're about the same length.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
2
hours north,
cool.
2 hours
So
south.
it takes us about like 2 hours to get there.
But I got that same vibe as you. Is like when you go to Tampa, you go to Tampa.
That's what I'm, bro. Especially like with the contests and stuff, bro. Like it's like I have this big pet peeve, and I guess it's why I don't like smoke before I ride, because it's like I don't ever want anybody to be like, oh, this kid's blowing it, like he's not that good. Like on a skateboard, I really care about the respect level. So it's like when I go out of town and people don't know me, it's like, I'm not just going to go up like, hey, bro, how you doing? I'm such and such. You're a good skater. I'm a good skater, too. It's like, okay, cool. We're going to be here for a little minute. I'm going over here. I know you're going to hear what I did. I don't know if you'll see it, but you'll hear it. Then when we're sitting down, like, hey, you were killing it, such and
You're
such.
the dude that did that.
Yeah, then that's how I get to know people. So it's like, out of town? Oh, yeah. Or period. Like, I'm just like,
hell yeah.
I got to let it be known. Like, we didn't spend 12 years perfecting this craft just to, like, blow it over.
Yeah, I gotta ask, with that contest, you got third, right?
Yeah, first time ever.
Anytime, because like I'm not super nervous when it comes to like crowds or like contests or anything, but for some reason when I go to Skatepark at Tampa, there's like an intimidation factor just knowing that like so many pros have done this and that, and everyone in the skate industry knows about it and has been there. When you were there skating the contest, did you have any sort of like anxiety or like how was that?
I was just telling him, like, I get like, it'll literally, I'm one of those people where like, the dumbest things will make me nervous. I don't even know how. Like, I can literally just be like, all right, so I'm about to go to Walmart to get something to eat. What if you run into someone at Walmart that, like, you're not really cool with? Like, bro, it's Walmart. It doesn't matter. But what if you run into them? Then what happens? So I'm that kind of guy. So at contests, I'm just like, all right, the main thing I don't want to do is fall. Yeah. Because that takes away points. And that brings me back to, like, the thing where people are just thinking I'm not that good. So I'm like, when I get there, like, Tampa practice is the hardest thing on the planet. Let's just get that out of the way. Like, imagine going to an actual park and there's a bunch of people and you're like, okay, well, it's too crowded. Tampa's that times 3 because you can only practice in between, like, runs. So while they're doing the, let's say, like, 8 and under, there's still the 16 and up, the 14s, the sponsor division, all just back and forth. And they don't care about what it was that you wanted to practice. Yeah. They're like, all right, I'm going to do this back feeble. I don't care if that guy over there is trying to drop in. Boom. Like, people will just collide. I got a friend who, like, busted his lip in practice, had to drive all the way 2 hours back home. So it's like, I get nervous, but I don't think I'll never be nervous about, like, anything that involves, like, a performance with a bunch of eyes on me. Like, never, ever. Because there's, like, you can always mess up. Like, always. So I'm never, like, oh, yeah, I got this. Like, I'll tell people, like, yo, I'm up here freaking out, bro. Like, I'm finna go. And then it's like, when they tell me my place, then I'm like, what? Really? Yeah, dude. So that's what I got. Like, okay, cool. It wasn't even that bad. But then, like, in June, when we go back, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like, all right, I got third last time, but, like, this is kind of different. Yeah,
dude. I wonder how was there any best trick contest that time?
No.
Because I wonder with some of the Tampa Am and Tampa Pro best trick contests, how stressful that must be. Because all those dudes are just barging it. Especially the pro ones. If you got like Grant Taylor in there, he goes Mach 5 in there.
That's
or whatever.
What I'm saying. And okay, perfect. So like what you see during the best trick contest for the pros, that is practice for us. That's legitimately practice, bro. So the only I'll maybe do 2 tricks and just make sure that I got those ones on lock. Then I'll wait for a run and then I'll come back. Try 2 more tricks. Like, I won't get my whole run out because A, I don't want them to see it. Like, oh, we see him do this in practice. It's not as cool. And then B, you don't want to get too tired. It's like it's a game. You can't because you have to skate for 3 minutes when your run comes. So it's not like They're like, oh, it's 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, jog in place as fast as you can, and I bet you will make it past a minute and a half. So for 3 minutes in this dusty ass place, bro, it's like
with all the eyes on you, the pressure, like, it's hard.
I was competing against this dude last weekend, bro, and he literally threw up like in the middle of us skating, like right where I was supposed to go. This fool just threw. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out the way. He's like, no, I can't. Like, bro, I'm like, oh, what does that have to do with me? I'm talking about the contest. Like, get the
throw up in your hat.
Yeah, like literally, like how I shot it in Tampa Pro last year, where he just puked, like literally right there, bro. I'm just like,
damn.
All right, whatever. I mean, I still got the trick and everything, but it was just like, yo, this shit is hard. Like, it's hard.
My bad. What'd you?
I'll try to get it.
Yeah, you kind of reminded me when I saw you skate like a couple years ago. You reminded me kind of like you guys were saying, like a shot, like because I mean we were skating the pro course, so there wasn't like a half pipe or anything, but there was like that pyramid section, and you were just you like did like a sick grab over it, like came back down. So are you kind of that way too? You can skate street as well as like.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, back home, like, they know. Like, I'm super consistent. Like, I can bang out at least, like, 5 to, like, 7 tricks. But when it comes to, like, vert and stuff, I maybe only have, like, 3 tricks. And I have, like, my trick bag is bigger than Santa Sack, bro. Like, not even kidding. But, like, vert, maybe, like, 2 or 3 tricks max. Because I don't know. It just, like...
I feel you.
I don't know, like, it looks very cool, like, especially the dudes who skate, like, half pipes, like, the real thing, it looks super cool, but, I don't know, something about the street, like, I just can't get over, like, jumping downstairs, or stuff like, I just can't get over that, like, it's how I came up, though, you know what I mean, so, like, it's all I know, like, vert's cool, and I'll, like, with my homies and stuff, when they're trying stuff, I'll try it with them, but it's like, alright, we want to see you do good. I'm over here where the hips, handrails, and stairs are at. Like, that's how I get in. Like, that's where I'm at. So, I wish, though. Like, I really... Maybe one day, like, I'll take, like, a week or something and just try to do vert. But for the time being, like, nah, street is where I feel the most comfortable. Like,
you fuck up training pretty heavy. Don't lie. Yeah, I would say... Well, because, like, think at Tampa... Like, all of us, we're, like, street dudes, so we're looking for the stairs and the gaps and stuff. Yeah. And then you're the one, we were all trying to skate the concrete bowl section, and we were all just, like, trying to, like, grind and, like, come in, and you were just, like, barging it, just, like, you know, like, you know, you weren't, like, airing or anything, but you were, like, going harder than any of us.
Yeah, I'll literally, like, when I'll be in there, I'll just go up, pump, come back, fakey rock, and just, like, continue to do that. Like, I'm trash at vert, bro, not gonna lie to you. Like,
it's so fun to just cruise it, though, you know?
It is. It really is, especially when, like, your legs are sore and shit. Like, I'm not trying to jump down stuff anymore. Let's just go out here on the smooth concrete and just make something happen.
Have you ever skated with, like, Zion or Jamie, anybody from, I don't know how close Jupiter is from
I met Zion and Alex Midler one time. I think they had to do, like, a Red Bull thing in Tampa or something the next day, so they were there. And I seen Z, but I was talking with Alex. Like, me, I think, Alex, okay, where the judges' booth is, how there's a long, like, double banks, Alex was skating the rails, I think. And so I'm like, all right, boom, you got this. I'll backside flip to fly or whatever the case may be. And so, like, I met him, but Z was, like, somewhere else doing some other stuff. So, like, I didn't even, like, talk to him. We've been in the same facility, but, like, I never, like, spoke to him. Nah.
True that.
But that boy is good.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that boy is really good. So, shouts out to Zion, dude. I hope to get in that position one day.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could. That's what I wanted to ask, too. Like, I think with the way you're grinding, like, with your music, I think no doubt you'll make it to the top. Like, you'll make it where you want one day. But with skating, too, like, how do you want to take, like, are you just doing it for fun, or are you, like, working on a street part?
It's a little of both, because it's like, when I was younger, like, of course, when you're younger, like, reality is not a thing. So you're just like, this is what I want to do. And I remember, like, in school, they had these, I think this shit's like a job generator or something like that, where you, like, enter some shit. And so my shit didn't tell me skateboarder. I went from 25 results to 50. It still didn't tell me skateboarder. I went from 50 to 75 results. Like, boom, skateboarder. Like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And then, like, as I got older and stuff like that, then I started to realize, like, shit costs, bro. And, like, nobody's just going to give you money, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, you got to do that and then this. And, like, street skating is, like, that shit's hard, bro. Like, it's really hard, especially if you, like, the fact that I can literally get on my phone and just, like, go to the skateboarding hashtag and see something that I've never seen before, it, like, makes it a lot harder for, like, somebody in the streets to, like, do what they got to do. So I feel at this point, like, I just became this good maybe, like, between 3 to 5 years out of 12. So what is that? 7 years that I was just skating. Now that I'm, like, this good, I'm just like, all right, cool, let's try contests. And I haven't competed since 2017 because 2018 I went through this whole, like, this weird era. I don't know what was going on. So I completely stopped, like, competing. And this year I was like, okay, I need to get back to myself and do my thing. And, like, I'm good enough, so why not? Like, I'm at home. A lot of people are like, bro, you're one of the illest from around here. Like, what are you doing? So I'm like, all right, well, my filmer is, like, doing some other stuff. Let's just skate contests. At least I know I'm 100% in control of that, like, as far as street skating. So it's a yin and a yang. Like, I do it for fun, but if someone approached me, like, hey, we want you to, because it has to make sense to me. Like, I'm not just going to take a sponsor just to promote this company for free stuff. Like, it's got to be a little more than that, you know what I mean? So, like, if someone came to me with, like, yo, we'll pay for these contests and we'll give you this and all this other stuff, and in return, we just want you to just go as hard as you've been going, but just, like, add our brand into the mix. Cool, I'll do that. Yeah. But for now, like, it's a part of it's like breathing at this point. Like, if I don't have to go to work and I'm, like, at home, it's like, all right, 5 o'clock, let's hit the park until it gets dark at 8, and then we'll go back to whatever we were doing. Like, it's just a part of me at this point, so it's like, it is for fun, but it's for, like, whatever comes from it. Like I was telling you, when I go out of town and, like, I make sure people notice me, I don't know what's going to come from that. So that's why I do that. Like, just in case. So it's like, when I leave, okay, that kid's good. Like, and he's not from here, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? We could, that kid's good, da-da-da-da, this word of mouth. So it's like, it's both. Like, I'm skating for a purpose, but also for fun, too. Like,
I got you.
It's a little both.
I feel that. It's fucking hot in here.
It is pretty dang hot.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. You said you're trying to hit the park after this?
Yeah, we can try to make something work. I don't know how hard I'm going to be able to go because of the knee, but even just to be there and just check the parks out, like, I'm with the culture, so, like, you know.
Yeah, and we've been, like, one thing we've been trying to do is, like the skate scene's here and stuff, and it's kind of small, but, like, we're really trying to just, like, really make something happen. So, like, we want other people to just kind of see, like, what's good around here.
And it was like that for us, too, bro, because before the Eustis Park came, like, the scene was, like, swimming. Like, when I came up, maybe in, like, the 2000s, we had stuff like the Omega Zone back where I'm from and, like, Taveri Skate Park and stuff like that. But it's like, all right, if we go to the same trash place for, like, years, it's like, all right, bro, you know what? Like, I don't care. We don't have nowhere to go. Until Team Pain built us the Eustis Park, and it was like, okay, now I'm starting to see faces that I've never seen, and people are like, yeah, bro, you know, we live, like, 20 minutes from here. I'm like, bro, I've never seen you at the park that's, like, 5 minutes from you.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
It's because it's trash.
There's
like, okay, cool.
2 parks around here closed. We had, like, a handful of parks in this area. We still didn't have any that were, like, super close to here where we live, but they were, like, all within 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And we had 2 parks that closed down. And now the one that we'll show you is the one, like, our local. We've been going there since we were kids. But, like, dude, a good, like, Team Pain skate park, I don't think the city realizes how good that could be for, like...
Oh, you guys ain't got no Team Pain park?
No, we don't have any...
I mean, Naples.
Yeah, Naples, there's a, down south, it's like a 30-40 minute drive from here. Naples skate park is real good, but it's kind of a far drive, kind of expensive to get in.
Yeah, and it's like $20 a day to get in, helmet, like all the stupid shit.
No. Yeah, so listen, I don't like helmets at all. Like, I understand that, like, you know, you gotta be cautious and stuff like that, but if you sign up for something, you sign up for it. Yeah. Like, I know I'm gonna get hurt. Like, my knee is sore right now. Like, that's the price of it. But am I gonna do it again? Like, yeah. I don't think knee pads could have helped that. So
we're not gonna sue the skate park.
Yeah, and I hate, bro. That's the one thing that kills me in the street, bro. Right.
You
People are
could
like,
sue us.
you could sue, bro. We ain't got no money for no lawyer.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. We're not finna
Right.
sue who for what. That shit costs. And then the settlement ain't gonna amount to, like, no, man, I'm not doing that. They're like, it's a safety precaution. So that's a, plus we kept getting into it with the cops, bro. Like, it was to the point that, like, they knew my dad off some whole other stuff. And now they're like, oh, your dad's such and such. So when they call for backups, I don't know how they do it here, but, like, if it's one police officer, bro, for, like, a minor traffic stop, they'll call, like, 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, hey, you know who this is? That's such and such a son. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, we can't even. All right, cool, I guess. But we started getting cars and stuff. So, like, once we started getting cars, we moved from where we were from and started going to, like, other parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we stayed out of their way. But for a lot of the time, it was either like, yeah, you're going to sue us. Let's not do it. Wear your helmets. Or, like, yo, you're going to get tickets. So we're like, man, fuck it.
For sure. All right, before we wrap it up, we've been going about an hour now. Before we wrap it up, I want to give you just like a good time to just shout out like what you got going on, just with music, with
we got. I actually gotta shoot a video next Wednesday, I believe, and then I just got like a billion ideas, bro. Like, I feel like if somebody was literally like, okay, neither one of us are going to make money, I'll just give you the money that you need to, like, make all these ideas happen. What? I could throw my own Rolling Loud, bro. Like, mine, like, not even with the artist, just, like, something that big. Like make production better and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
But I got a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff's coming. I know that my resolution for this year was to, like, drop a video every month. So I'm still trying to make that happen. Smash just hit 1K this morning.
Hey.
So, like, I'm just really just trying to, like, stay consistent, really, at this point. Just, like, hope that, like, visual consistency will do the same as audio consistency. Because, like, them streams don't lie. And I'm almost at, like, 100K, like, on my lonesome. There was no one it's just me. Like, I might have help from him just on, like, advice or something like that. But as far as, like, getting out here and coming up with the ideas and stuff like that, like, it's just me. So I'm hoping that I can do that with the videos, too. Because I'm noticing with that kind of stuff, like, people would rather listen more than they, like, sit there and watch, as much as they're on their phone, though. So it's like, if you come out with a new song, they could just, like, play it and lock their phone, as opposed to just, like, sit there and watch the video. Like, that takes the attention span. So I'm trying to figure out, like, we just had a talk on the way here about, like, Instagram and how to, like, work that to where we do more. Because that shit's hard, bro.
Yeah, it's
like,
a branding tactic, for sure.
And, like, I'll just sit there and, like, roll up and just, like, watch videos on just, like, how the algorithm works. Like, to the point where it's, like, they'll tell me some stuff like, yeah, you gotta have edgy content. I'm like, bro, let's go out here and, like, shoot guns or something. Like, I'm serious. Like, let's do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, they don't want to see, like, just the normal shit. Like, okay, I skate and stuff. So, that's going to, if the trick's banging enough, I'll post it. But it's like, in the meantime, what are we going to do to, like, separate that? Because everything I do isn't skateboarding anymore. It used to be just like that, where it was just like, I'm not going to post, because I have a friend back home, his name's George, shout out George, and he was telling me, like, yo, you should put your music on your Insta stories and you're skating here. And I was like, nah, bro, I don't want to do that. And now it's like, all I do. Like, I'll just put this here and, like, occasionally put something, like, to post, but we're going to see. I just got there's a lot of things that I want to do. I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that I want to do just in this year alone. Like,
that's where it all starts, with the ideas in the brain.
Exactly. And I was telling him, like, there isn't anything to date that I've thought of that hasn't happened. Nothing. Like,
hell yeah, man.
I feel like in my friends group, I'm the guy that, like, if I tell you something and I say it, like, 3 more times, expect in the next month for me to, like, hey, see that thing I was talking about like 3 times? Like,
that's how you gotta be.
Like,
some of these people are too much talk,
I don't understand that. It's like, but I was telling him, like, you can't make people, like, want something as bad as you. Like, my ultimate dream with the music thing is not to have millions of dollars and all of that shit, because it's like, money is only money. You can get stuff with it. It doesn't, like experiences have no cost. So it's like, my dream with this is just to honestly, like, just tour, bro. Literally just travel the country with the homies and just like make vlogs and document the shit because we cut up. Like, I mean, especially like with no like chaperone or nothing like that, we will act completely insane. So it's like, that's my ultimate goal with this. I don't care about like, I want to get $1 million and go back to my community and fuck that, because rappers are getting killed in their hometowns all the time.
Yeah.
I just want to like just tour, bro, and just like
experiences, man.
Yes.
More times like opening for 21 Savage, a lifetime full of those times, you know.
Oh, I can't wait! I'm gonna have you open up for me soon.
Yep. You'll be the headliner.
I've always wanted to do that though. Is like be the guy to like get to a certain point and try to like help people out. Because I would love to. I just don't have the resources and the time. Like, I see a lot of people from where I'm from who have the potential, but it's like they don't have the resources. And I would love to bring you with me, but I'm still trying to like get there before I can bring you here. So it's like I just gotta watch, and a lot of them are like, "Yo, you know, we fuck with you. We want to do da 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 da." And I'm like, "I promise I fuck with you too, but you just gotta let us like. We're still trying to make things happen over here. We can't like try to figure ourselves out and figure you out at the same time. Like, I'm gonna lose an arm here, like trying to hold up both weights. I need one arm for both legs. So I'm just working, really, literally working. I'm trying my hardest. Like I read something on Twitter. It was like it takes 21 days to create a habit, and in 6 months your life could change.
That's true.
So ever since I seen that, bro, I've literally been. Even if it's not a full song, I record like a hook. Because I know that like, okay, I can come back to this and do something. But if I just get into the like recording something for 21 days, like I'm bound to like day 22, 23, like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Like it's raining, I can't skate. So, let's go and record. Like, that's my thing right now. Is trying to develop the habit of like getting stuff done and to like please the audience too. Because I don't want to drop the ball.
Yeah, and the more shit you produce, the more things you create. Like I think about that with art and with writing and stuff. It's like the more I do it, and even if it's not the great thing that I'm gonna sell or whatever, the more I do it, the better you're gonna get. And I feel like with music, like even if you're just like freestyling a little bit or whatever, just something to be getting that.
I don't like doing that. That's one thing that like kills me is like when people are like, I didn't write it, I freestyled it. It's like, bro, I don't know, because if I hear you say some trash. Like, that's going to be your scapegoat. And then if you do something fire, it's like, I freestyled it. But I'd much rather write it because, like, I literally, in my notes in my phone, I probably have, like, 500-600 songs just over the course of, like, 3 years. So it's like, I write all these. So when you hear something and you're like, for instance, I can't even think of a song off the bat. But if I say something, I read, like, there's no one particular song. I'm trying. It'll come back to me. But like, if I just say a line in a song, like I wrote that, so it means something. So like, when you hear it, like for instance, like a lot of the time I'll refer to like the muddy month of May and like the older mixtapes. But people are like, what does that mean? Like back in 2016, there was a time in May where we just could not stop. Like we seen just like pints of lean all the time, like just, and then it just disappeared. So it was like, what would you classify? Like, we would call that the muddy month of May. So it's like when you listen to the songs and you hear something, me and Jib, muddy month of May, they're like, okay, they're talking about like May from 2016 and then we have like videos and stuff to prove it, not saying that we would like ever do anything to incriminate ourselves, but it's like, there's a lot of people that just talk it and don't do it. Yeah. We have it documented so you can never say that like, these kids are just trying to like do the lean thing to be fashionable. Like, no, bro, we know the risk. We know that you can die. We know what's in this and we still choose to do it because it's like people smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol. People drive cars without seatbelts. Like, everything.
We're all killing ourselves.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, there's just stuff like that. Like, I make sure I write everything down so, like, it makes sense, at least to me. Now, every song's not going to have some pain concept, but, like, you know, like, for the most part, it's just like, okay, I'll say something that rhymes, and then I'll come back and say, like, something that didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like, just it didn't make any sense, and I'll come back and say something that actually happened. So it was like, okay, like, these guys, like, flying back-to-back jets, never been on a jet, just commercial airline, but then you come back and it's just like, I say something else, maybe about, like, a chain or something. It's like, okay, I see it right there. So, like, it's, I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it gets me whenever people try to say something's freestyle, and it's like, it's okay if you're not good at freestyle. You don't have to, like...
You feel me, bro? Like,
there's a respect with writing.
I'm never that guy. Like, and I would hate, like, this is my biggest pet peeve on God. I pray God it never happens when I get bigger. When I pull up to a station and they're like...
want you to freestyle.
Yeah! I'm like, what I'm finna do in this bitch is sing a song that I already wrote.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finna, like...
And there's no shame in that.
Yeah, because it's
writing's
all,
hard.
like, it really, because you have to, like, sit there and do it. Like, that's... I was in the studio with him and another friend of mine. Was it the week before? Yeah. And we were there, and like I was upstairs listening to beats. My homie was downstairs just punching in, and I'm like, he wanted me to pick a beat for the next song, and I'm up there with him, and I'm like, bro, I can't find it. And then they're downstairs punching in, so it's like, fuck, bro, it'll take me like a little minute to write my verse and stuff like that. So I was tripping, but they were still punching in. I wrote a quick verse in like 10 minutes. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't like on shit. Like we could have done totally better, but for the time being, it was just like, well, y'all ain't finna make me look like no amateurs, and I'm not just finna say anything. So it was like, I just sat there 10 minutes in the corner, boom, did it, wrote it down. They were like, yo, you fucking killed it. I'm like, you think so, bro? Like, if you think that was hot, like, trust me, what I can do on my own with, like, my own time, like,
I love hearing that.
Uncomparable, for sure.
Definitely.
Totally uncomparable.
Yeah. And then one thing we ask all our guests near the end, and it's okay if you don't have any, but we ask if you have any, like, ghost stories or, like any just weird experiences that happen, like unexplainable things, whether it's, like, a ghost story, alien story, like, just something interesting. And it's okay if you don't, because I don't have any stories.
I'll try to hit you with something that's pretty crazy. Dang, bro.
I'm just always interested to hear.
Because I believe in ghosts. Let's not get it fucked up. Like, I believe in that shit. Like, I don't play with, like, Ouija board, none of that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my ex-girlfriend and her homies used to love that. I'm like, y'all are tripping, bro. Like, no, don't do that. I'd probably say, like,
or even like stories you've heard, if you just like heard crazy stories. Because usually, I don't not believe in ghosts, but I'm not super like afraid of any of that stuff because nothing's ever happened to me.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still going outside. Like, well, fuck all that. Like, ghost or no ghost, like, we still gotta get what we gotta get done. But like,
we're chilling with them.
I'd probably say, damn, I don't know which one. Like, I got a lot of, like, some of them are crazy, some of them can't even be told they're that way. like, damn, bro, I don't know. There's some crazy shit, like, damn, that's a good one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Cause I'm trying to think of, like, a good story, bro. Like, something that was really crazy to me. That, oh, no, bro, we got too many, bro. Like, I'm talking too many, bro. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one because like some wild shit be happening. Like, I'll tell you one thing though. Like, I've been super like afraid of ever since they happened is fucking flying on planes, bro.
Yeah,
that shit is scary, bro. You're not afraid of that?
No, not really. I just try to not think about it though, because I understand that like
you're 30,000 feet in the air.
I know.
Like, how can you not? That's all.
The
I
second
think
you start thinking
bro.
about it, that's when
I'm on the plane. Like, so what if the pilot had a bad day? Somebody like hit his chick or something, and we going straight to the ground. I gotta go home. Like that. Like
sleep on the plane.
Bro, I could not do that shit because I got like the being nervous shit. I get nervous like off the smaller things. So when I know there's a huge risk factor for some death, I'm in this bitch wilding out. Like, no, bro, like that shit's very scary. Like, that's
you go roller coasters.
See, I don't like the gravity force when you go down. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
like,
it messes with you.
Yeah, I don't like, and that's what like happened on planes with turbulence. So I'm like, bro, and I can't just, all right, bro, like stop the plane. Let me just walk the fuck off. I can't do that. So it's just like I'm up here scared as shit. Like my phone's on airplane mode. So I can't talk to nobody. Like that's one thing that's like I'm very scared of now. Is like planes and shit.
I feel that's a very rational fear. Well, what about the brand though? Where can the people get on this brand?
Like, we're still working on doing the online thing because when we started it, like it was just like from like maker to consumer. I would literally just like, okay, you want how many? All right, bet we're gonna make them. I'll come to you, and so like that way we meet each other. So I meet the people who are supporting me. Yeah. As well as just like. It's a lot simpler, but we've definitely had like talks in the air about like, yo, we should do some online stuff, because a lot of people that listen to me aren't in driving range, and the last thing I want to do is like go like 2 hours or something and just for like $20 for a shirt. It's like, yeah, bro, like that was the gas here, so you don't really make nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like as of right now, we're trying to figure that part out, because I'm noticing that like I'm getting bigger than I'm able to handle at this level.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't just like, you know what I mean? It's okay, guys, like just let me know when you want, when I'll drive to you. It's like some of my like number one fans, bro, don't even live anywhere where I live. Yeah. They live in like Bushnell or some shit like that. You know where that is? It's how far is that from Orlando? Like Orlando's an hour.
I don't know how far it is,
but it's like maybe like an hour and a half away. I've never met these kids, bro. They're in high school and everything. Like I could like once they see that this dropped, they're probably gonna go bananas.
That's
like,
hype. That's cool.
Yeah,
dude.
that kind of stuff. And that's what I was telling him. That's what I mean by like the money. Like it's cool, but I'm not in this shit just to you know like. Oh, I want a couple M's. I want to get my mom out of this, that, and my mom's independent as fuck, bro. Like she is where I get that, like seeing something, saying it, and then making it happen.
Hell yeah.
From her. So it's like it ain't about that. Like it's about the love I got for this in general. Like one thing that feeds me more than anything is like reaction. If I just post something, because like when you pay, like you look at it and you go, "This is cool," but you made it. So you're not going to be like, occasionally you'll be like, I don't like it, but you made it. So you're always going to be like, this is good. Mm-hmm. But if people like me that have never seen this come in here and it's like, bro, so you did that like over there? That's crazy. Then it's like, yeah, all right, cool. So like it is good. Like it's not just me thinking that because I made it. That's the same with the song. So like if I post something and people are like, yeah, we love it, I'm just like, all right, cool. So let's get back in here. Yeah, and let's make more songs. Like, cause this is what they like, and that shit can get stressful. Like the other day, I went through like this shit because I had put out a video probably like a week and some change ago or something like that, and it didn't do what it was supposed to do or what I anticipated it doing. So I was just like, this isn't good. Like this isn't really good. And a friend of mine from Texas, shout out Jay. He had called me and like we were talking and stuff, and he was just like he'll just say like little funny things to me on purpose, like, oh yeah, well I seen such and such do some shit, why you ain't do it, just to kind of like poke at me. So he was like, yeah, bro, because that new shit you dropped was trash, and I'm just like, I feel you, bro, but like don't do that. So I immediately hung up the phone with him, went right to record, and I recorded another song, and I posted that song, and people were like, yeah, bro, hell yeah, this is the one. So then I'm like, alright, cool, like, this is what I like, because I'll get comfortable sometimes. Like, not too comfortable to where it's like, I'm not going to record, or I'm not going to make, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not going to do nothing, but comfortable to where it's like, yeah, they know who I am. I did this, this, and this, like, but where I'm from, there's literally, like, a new rapper every month. I bet. Like, if there's someone who can just rhyme the words, like, chime and dime, oh yeah, let's make a SoundCloud. We're going to go on Facebook. We're going to tag a bunch of people and they're going to play our music. And it's like, bro, it kills. So I can't sleep because of that. And then the fact that like I'm trying to beat myself out. Like I just had a video on the way here that just pushed past 1,000 views. So it's like, how do we do it again? Mm-hmm. Like what? Like how do we? Because we didn't expect that to do that. So it's like, how do we do this again? Like, yeah, how do we make that shit work? So, music is stressful, man. If you're not in it yet, I wouldn't encourage anyone to like be a rapper. I would not encourage anyone to do it, I promise you.
You definitely gotta have passion for it. You can't do it as like a business.
And you gotta have thick skin, bro, because people talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, the rap game is
I can imagine.
It's nasty.
Bro, a lot of shit. And you know the crazy thing is always from people who never even met you. Yeah, I've gotten messages, bro, in my, like, I still have them of people like, yo, bro, you're not this and that. When we catch you, we're going to do such and such. They may be like 20 minutes away. Bro, we don't even know each other. Like, why would, I mean, like, we're not running from it at the same time. Like, we approach us on it, we're on that. But, like, you don't even know me. Like, you could risk your whole freedom right now, bro, because of you don't like what I'm doing. Just tap your phone and I go away forever. Like, we don't even know each other. So, like, I'm never going to run into you. Right. Like, you only see me, like, on social media. Just unfollow me or block me. I promise it won't hurt. Like, I asked him the snaps this morning. Like, trust me, it ain't going to hurt. Like, at all. Like, I'm not going to miss, like, one person for all these people that are showing mad love. Like,
right. For sure.
It's ridiculous. If you don't rap, don't get into it. But if you like skateboarding and you want to try that out, you should really try it out.
Skateboarding is for everybody.
Yeah. Well, everyone who's like legit with the sport. Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to get like the whole like outfit kit down packed, and then like we see you and like you. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
take some time to understand what we're doing.
yeah, like literally understand the culture. This shit's bigger than just like how you look. Like, I'm pretty sure to the outside person looking in, it's like, yo, those kids look cool. I want to dress like them. It's like it's almost like gangbanging, kind of. Like. You can't just, like, you can wear bandanas here and there and nobody's going to check you. But in a place where that's, like, legit, it's like, yo, bro, where you from? Like, who you do this and that? It's like, same here. Like, niggas ask you, as you can see, Tony Hawk driving around LA, like, do a kickflip. You can't even kickflip. Like, you just want to look like us, and it's, like, not cool. Like,
that's posing.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff, but... I mean, I can't, like, we can't cry for spilled milk. I can't go to every kid that I don't think skateboard, like, take that shit off. They're like, bro, what the fuck? I paid for this, but, like, take it off me. Dude, it's like, we ain't gonna do that, so.
All we can do is be the raddest dudes we can be.
Exactly. The real ones will just, like, weed through, like, this little era. That's how I feel about, like, music, because Lil is attached to my name. And, like, where I'm from, it doesn't matter. But, like, in this world, there's, like, millions of Lils, bro. Like, millions of them. So it's just, like, that shit it'll stunt my growth, so to speak. So it's, like, I'm thinking of just taking Lil off my name and just, like, at some point, plus, like, you can't, like, I don't want to be grouped in with, like, these guys, which is kind of why I stopped using SoundCloud. And then it's, like, I don't want someone to see my name and go, so he's probably, like, one of them.
Yeah.
Nah, we're going to go over here to, like, FTB Dave and like see what he's got going on. Like, I don't want to be that guy. So there's just there's a lot of things that I got, like, there's a lot of things I'm thinking about doing that I got coming soon. I just can't wait to do them.
Yeah, you got a good mindset though, dude. You wanna be in your own category. You don't want to be fit into these boxes that people try to put people in.
Oh yeah, because that kills. Like, imagine if somebody was like, I'm just gonna do, I don't know if you got this before, but anyone ever pull the Tommy Sandoval card? They ever do that to you?
To me, no.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, it's like if someone was like, yo, you look like Tommy Sandoval, it's like, okay, it's cool because it's Tommy. Yeah, it's like, it's cool because it's Tommy Sandoval, but it's not who the fuck I am. Like,
yeah. Same
here. So if they're like, yo, you sound like Young Thug or something, it's like, yikes, gee. Okay, so what I'm going to do is wipe out the whole catalog. I'm going to try this again. Like, I'll pull a Lil Nas X and make country or some shit.
I get Tom Asta, though. A lot of people are like, you look like Tom Asta.
Yeah, not too far from it, bro. You wear beanies?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got the black jeans, the white t-shirt.
Exactly.
So. Yeah. All right. As we wrap it up, you got any, just like, you want to shout out, like, social media, all your platforms you're on, anything like that? Just exact so that the listeners can go ahead and search you up. Snapchat,
Anthony P, all one word. Instagram, WitCrew AJ, WIT_CREW_AJ. Twitter, APreston352, YouTube channel, APreston352. My mans is here with me. Shouts out to all the homies back home, could make it. And shoot, that's about it. And everyone who listens to my music and supports me and that cares. Shouts out to them, because literally none of this would have even happened if no one gave a shit about me. You know
that's right,
So that's really it. Like, basically that. Everyone, shout out to my mom too for holding it down.
Fuck yeah.
And shoot, that's about it. We got more coming. The summer should be really, really hot.
Yeet.
Really hot. I'm looking forward.
And I look forward to Haunted House 4.
We're gonna talk about that because it's like, I don't want to be, okay, you know who Yo Gotti is? Okay, you know how Yo Gotti's got like cocaine music like 49? Yeah. I don't want to be that guy, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying.
Like, there's like a fifth Final Destination, so if they make like 6, 7, and 8, it's like, okay, fam, niggas are finna die in the movie.
Or like Fast and Furious, they got like 12 women, so it gets to the point where it's like, hey, I may do a new series.
Exactly, so it's like with that, like I just kind of wanted to, plus like the ending of that series was just like there was, the series were different. It's like the first one, like I was just like with a record label, excuse me, then the second one, I was like with a person, so like my outlook was different. And then the third one, I was away from that person and like went through all this crazy shit to where it's like, okay, I get to put it in these songs. That's why if you hear songs like Lost My Mind and stuff like that on like Haunted House 3, like there's a deep meaning in that song. Like it was very serious around that time, and things like Pressure, that one, Emotions, like Black Tears and stuff like that. Like those, that was probably the first time I ever made music to where like I want to tell you guys how I feel.
Yeah.
Usually I just make songs and it just feels good, and I just like I said, I'll put my little real life lines here and there, but like I'm talking about like being depressed, and like if you've never like had your heart broken for real, this is what it like sonically, this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, dang, someone just like manipulated the shit out of you, like you don't know how to take that. Well, this is like how it feels like for me, and this is like my mindset of what I wanted to do at the time.
Yeah.
So for like Haunted House 4, like fucking I had to hit the lottery or something just so I had like something to like beat that one. Yeah, cause it's like that one was deep. Like from number 1 to the last song was just like a club record, so I guess not. But from like 1 to maybe 8, like those were really deep songs. So it'll be hard to top that. Like of course I can drop singles and I got videos every month, but like for a body of work that like means something.
Yeah.
That's a touchy series, like, cause that was like that was the one that I took, like that was the one that I took like all the way, cause my first mixtape was like Double Cup Music 1, so where I could have like done number 2, and then I have so many mixtapes, I don't know, Skinny P, Murder Business, Nature Boy, City of Houston, State of Florida, like all of those I could have made 2s of, but for some reason it's just like. The first Haunted House went so good, and it was on Halloween. Like, we were in the club celebrating, like, when the first one came out. So it was, like, the second one, everything changed. I'm not with the record label anymore. I'm back on my own. Like, it's different. And then the third one, it's like, okay, everything changed. Like, everything from that record label was deceased. The person I was with was bad. So it was like...
Damn.
So, yeah, right? So to do a number 4... I'll definitely like that'll be some shit like, you know how people like maybe Jay-Z or R.I.P. like Nipsey Hussle will take like years to do albums.
Yeah,
that'll probably be what it is. Like maybe like 2-3 years later, I'm like, hey bro,
that'll
so Haunted House 4 is probably like, yeah, you know, like shit like that. Like how the Carter 5 took like 9 decades to come out. To me, like the same thing. Like yo, I got Haunted House. I promise. Like it's coming. Like 5 years later, like all right, it's finna drop. Like. That's how I probably do it. But I appreciate that you fuck with them though. For real.
Yeah, it's not just keep doing you. Like no one, whatever the fans want, like you take it however you want to, because it's your music, your vision. It's all very personal, and like it's your projects, dude.
Yeah,
where can people listen to you? What platforms?
Just really like Google. Like this is crazy because like I'll Google my name. And like my main platforms like YouTube and SoundCloud will come up, and then there's like a ton of sub-sites that I've never heard of before.
Huh.
So I'm just like, this is cool because, like, you know, we're, like, figuring out the monetization part of this. So it's cool for right now. Like, we're not really losing anything. Mm-hmm. But it's like,
yeah, it gets to a point where it's copyright. Yeah.
Like, I could have fucking, like, equated these numbers. Because I'm over here, like, all right, boom. Like, almost 80K on SoundCloud, like, 70K on YouTube total. Great. It's like, if I could have added these sub-sites in, like, I'd probably be at, like, over 100,000 now. But it's, the cool part about it, though, is the fact that my music is getting taken from where I put it to places that clearly someone else had to take the effort out to, like, get it and put it there.
Yeah,
so I'm not mad at it, no. Like, but, like, YouTube, Lil Surp, SoundCloud, Lil Surp, and they all should pop up. I think I'm the only one still, like... I would hope so.
Plus, we threw out some song names so they could find you.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You got anything you want to outro?
You're a rad dude, bro. Like, I said.
Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? This is the first time I've ever been interviewed, so I've been, like, hella geeked about this shit since day one. Like, but it's like, yo, people actually, like, care to see what's going on with me. Like, that's shit different, because a lot of times, like, you'll go out and you just walk past people. You might say hi if they, like, look you directly in the face, but... Other than that, you just walk past them. So the fact that people are like, yo, we want to sit down and just pick your brain about like certain shit. Oh, I'm hyped on it, bro. Like, shit's super cool. I appreciate the opportunity. Like,
yeah, bro.
Shit, I could do this shit forever. Like, interviews are hella cool, and they're a big part of this like scene that we're a part of too. Whether it's skating or music, like, you want to know who you're dealing with. It's like, okay, like. You ever seen someone that's so good at skating and then you hear their voice and they're like, bro, I did not think you even sounded like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that kind of shit. So it's like when people listen to my music, like you'll get, that's what I was thinking at the time, but my songs won't reflect like how I feel about a president or how I feel about like tax laws and shit like that kind of thing, or just like my attitude in general. Like my song couldn't reflect that, because I can have a song about burning shit, but I'm not an arsonist. You know what I'm saying? Or like stomping fools out in the club, but it's like I don't go there to beat people up. Like it's stuff like that. Like it's just like you'd have to like literally sit down with the person that you're talking to. So I greatly appreciate the opportunity from the both of you, my dude. For real, for real.
Yeah, no problem, dude. This was great. Thanks for making the drive down here.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
New experience, so I had to. It was either literally this or sit on Instagram until 4 o'clock and go skate. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Let's like, I've never been down here. I've never been interviewed before. Like,
oh yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, this was fun, dude, to sit down with you, learn a little bit about you.
Hey, same. Gee, how long we been running for? Did it tell
Hour
you?
and a half.
Hour and a half, bro.
No,
yeah, we shoot for an hour.
Bro, I feel like we've been in this bitch for like 20 minutes. I swear to God. He was like, yeah, we've been at this for like an hour, right? I'm like, nah, bro. It's just like, you spent that time, bro. That's crazy, dude. That's hella hard.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this was a sick interview. Yeah, so go listen to Lil Surp. Go follow him at all the social platforms and watch his skating.
Us out, please.
Peep the music videos.
And
Oh yeah, they're coming really, really soon. I just came out with one like a week and a half ago. Another one's coming in maybe like 2 weeks. Like,
hell yeah.
consistency is key, I heard. So stepping on them this year.
And hit him up about the activist. Y'all can't see it because we don't have cameras yet, but the shirt he's wearing is fire.
I'm definitely getting one.
I'm
Oh
definitely
yeah, bro.
trying to cop
Because
one
these
for
can
sure.
like this shit is like I really would love something to hang it. Like, bro, listen, that can easily be merchable. Like these are the two people here. Like nobody else is in charge of that but me and my older brother. So it's like shit, that's easy. Like, okay, bro, when we get back home, we need 2 shirts this way. We'll mail them.
Yeah.
We'll get that covered. I gotta get a painting. Like, I don't know how or what. This shit, I love the color scheme in this. What does it say?
It says Born This Way, Lady Gaga. She's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I
hell
painted
yeah.
that shit.
I get she's got a lot of like out of the box style. And she don't be caring what nobody.
She's
says.
a real
I
one,
love
for real.
that shit, bro.
Alright.
That's cool.
Thank you all for the support. We've been getting a lot of good feedback from all this. We're just starting out. We're still working out kinks, but y'all really seem to like this. So thank you so much for listening. This has been the Lil Surp interview.
Okay.
We'll catch y'all next week, another Monday episode. Hit him with that outro, Biscuit. That's our producer's name. He makes the beats.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much.